Hey everybody, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to our Paladin and our hardcore run here on the Bloodsail Buccaneers server. Thank you guys very much for clicking on the video and joining me this evening. I do appreciate it. And I hope you're doing well. We're going to head out and pick up Bingle's missing supplies, and we're going to work on that as well as crocolisk hunting. Should occupy some time here this afternoon. I'm not really in a big hurry to get back to Westfall, but that's probably where we're headed after these two. There's not really a lot else we can do here right now at this level.
Can I help you?
We can come over to Respawn Island. Respawn Island usually has lots of crocolisk because they respawn pretty frequently. At least that's typically the case. This is a little bit of a dangerous place to be because of how fast they can respawn over here. We did aggro the Loch Ness monster. However, they can't climb onto land, so we're going to leash them pretty easily here. But yeah, we could fight the crocolisk here. The trick is going to be to stay on the outskirts of the island, not to let ourselves get surrounded by the respawns that are going to happen. The other trick is not to be literally beaten to death by Nessie. It's the other trick. The drop rate on both of these quests, or on both these items, is, it's middling. It's not great. It's not terrible. I feel like with skinning you get an extra shot at getting the skins, but I could be making that up and confusing it with, like, Yetis and stuff. It's really the respawn and the pathing that can get you in trouble here. As you can see, a couple of these guys take some short but erratic pathing. They do like little half rectangles and half squares of movements, which can get them into areas that you don't expect, like right next to you. Leather, strength, and stam we don't really need, but I'd love to sell it. We have full inventory, which makes me incredibly fucking sad. That means we're not going to have enough room for Bingle's supplies, which is absolutely amazing. It's incredible. We're going to have to head to Thelsamar. Or you know what? What we'll do is we'll head back to the hunting lodge to turn this one in, and we should be able to sell everything there. As long as these guys don't drop too many items that we just can't pick up. Well, we're done with that one. That was actually really quick. I don't think I've ever gotten both those items so quickly before. So that's the good part. The bad part is we have to run all the way back to the hunting lodge. A, to turn this in, and B, because we have the vendor right now because we are full. There's something that we need on this. Yeah, so it's trying to throw gear at us that we need but can't pick up. I see what you're doing, Blizz. I see it. Let's go ahead and equip those. That's an upgrade. And let's get out of here. I have to say we've gotten pretty lucky with our random upgrades. We have pants, boots, belt, cloak. I'm pretty sure chest might have been a random, or we got it from a quest. This was a random drop. We have been getting really lucky with our random green drops. Hello.
See you around.
It's too bad there's not an anvil and furnace in more places.
What can I do for you?
We can make crocodile steak.
See you soon.
What are the ingredients for that, I wonder? Just crocodile meat and mild spices. Same food buff as the coyote steak, though. Alright, back out we go. That will probably be the last time we go to the hunting camp, so we should be done with them. There's one more quest there for an epic bear, but we're not going to take it because we're not going to be able to group up, and I probably won't remember to come back. So we're just not going to take it. What we are going to do now is we're going to head over to these islands, and we're going to find Bingle's missing supplies. Now there are trogs over there, and I feel like they're the shamans and the stonebreakers or bone snappers, whatever they were called. We could have paired up both of these quests, and I remember one of you guys let me know that in one of the previous playthroughs. I don't remember what character it was. But yeah, I could have paired the two of them up. We could have been doing bingo supplies while killing trogs for the King's Defense of the King's Lands quest, basically. But we didn't, and that's fine. It's just more kill experience, ultimately, because we're going to have to fight a lot of the trogs to get to the items. Hey, level 19. You know what? I believe, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this is the highest level we've gotten an Alliance character is level 19. Didn't the Hunter die at level 19? So one more level will have surpassed our highest Alliance character in Hardcore. We're going to put our last point into Improved Blessing of Might, and from here on out we're going to be going into Holy for Divine Strength and Improved Seal of Righteous. So we're gonna have to be careful up here on the Trog Island. We could easily get overwhelmed if we're not careful trying to go for these items. Now the good thing about the items is I'm pretty sure they either respawn instantly and in the same place, or they might be the type of item that never really goes away from the world, so it doesn't really matter how many people are out here trying to do it. In fact, the more people trying to do it, the better, because they'll have already cleared the items. Like here, I'm pretty sure this is the item, so we might have to wait a second for this to pop back into the world. Oh no, the blast and capper. Here we go. Apparently, yeah, this can be made really easy by there being lots of people around. Barrel of milk. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll grab a barrel of milk while we're here. Tool bucket is right here. Let's grab it before we get respawns popping up around us. Oh, it's actually the Skull Thumpers and the Seers. So the very first In Defense of the Kingsland quest. Well, the second, right? Because the first one is Scouts. So the second quest you could pair up with Bingle's supplies. I'll have to make a note. Maybe if I write that down somewhere, I won't forget next time. Perhaps it will lodge itself into some corner of my brain. I am getting more and more familiar with the Alliance questing. Used to be that I only felt confident with Horde questing, but we've done enough low-level Alliance stuff that I am starting to learn the quest routes and how the chains connect together and all that stuff. This disappeared, but I'm pretty sure it's going to reappear in the same exact spot. And I don't think it's going to take too long for it to happen either. Yeah, see, it's already back. Okay, that's everything again. That's probably the fastest that I've ever been able to complete that quest. And thank you everybody who cleared out all the camps. That was incredibly helpful, and now we can just go turn this one in. I think after we turn this in, maybe we should hearth back to Westfall. Trying to think if we just want to go back to Westfall and maybe we fly to Redridge. And we can start doing some preliminary questing in Redridge. There's a couple of really easy lower level quests where we have to get stuff out of the lake for a couple of kids and for one of the foremen repairing the bridge. So we could at least do those and see what other low level stuff we could do. There should be a collection cooking quest type of thing. We also need to fight gnolls that are around level 16 or 17, I believe. So we should be able to do that. And I'm thinking it might be a little bit less dangerous than the People's Militia Part 4. And I'm just not really in a hurry to spend a lot of time questing in Westfall. I love being there to grind and stuff, but I have, you know, lots of memories of getting killed in Westfall, so trying to spend time in other places on this character.
Off and away.
Okay, with that done, yes, let's go ahead and hearth back to Westfall. We'll jump on a quick flight point over to Red Ridge, and we'll start questing over there. For what may be the very first time of, like, actually questing there. I feel like we've done a couple of things. I can't remember what character it was that it would have been, though. Maybe I'm just imagining it.
You need something? Have a good one.
At least it's a straight shot. We don't have to cut through Stormwind at all. We just get to ride straight out to Red Ridge. I don't know if I would really do it, but how cool would it be to be able to take this character into, like, Darkshore? Those would be a lot of low-level quests. We could really be working on Green Quest if we found a way to work Darkshore into the playthrough. We could probably make the Wetlands run. I don't think it would be too big of a deal for us to do that right now. There are even quests there that we could take at our level, so I feel like we probably wouldn't get immediately killed. I'm gonna think about it. You know, level 14 was the lowest level quest I saw. So we'd have to be doing it by level 20. $15, $16, $14. 14. Guys, do we want to go to Darkshore? It would be a lot of additional experience. It would give us a lot of leeway on, like, where we choose to quest in the future and what quests we do and what quests we don't do. Let's pick up assessing the threat.
Need help?
We don't have men to spare, but something must be done about those gnolls you reported to me. Scout southern Red Ridge for gnolls. Harry them, kill those you can, and report back to me with a count of their numbers and an assessment of the threat they represent.
Light bless you.
We can do that. I'm probably going to take everything here just to kind of keep track of the levels. This is Blackrock Menace, level 21. The Blackrock Orcs have traveled from the Burning Steppes and claimed Stonewatch Keep to the north. From there, they maraud the areas north of Lakeshire and keep its citizens in town, penned in like cattle. Help rid Lakeshire of this menace, kill the Blackrock Orcs, and bring me 10 of their battle-worn axes as
For the
proof.
Alliance.
Foreman Oslo here has lost his tools in the lake. We will actually go ahead and grab those right away. That's one of our lower level quests we have here. That's probably going to chain into something else, I would think. We could also run into some murlocs out here, so we should be a little bit wary of that.
Hey there.
During the last orc invasion, we were forced to smelt our iron down to make bullets, swords, and armor. We sent word to Stormwind for a new shipment of materials, but a band of Red Ridge Gnolls hijacked the caravan and ran off into the hills behind Lakeshire. Now we are coming up short on supplies to get this bridge built. If you can bring me 5 iron pikes, 5 rivets, I'll make sure you are rewarded.
Safe travels.
Price of shoes, I believe, is a Goldshire breadcrumb.
For the Alliance.
We'll probably be able to do that if I remember to run to Goldshire at some point. And then we need to come down here and find Hillary's necklace. Which is going to be in the lake. It has many, many possible spawn points. Though we typically find it pretty close to the docks. Typically, I say, because that might not be the case here today. I've never had it really be a challenge to find this thing, but I've never been competing with like 27 other people to find the item either. They're gonna get out to that way before we do, I think. Yeah, we shouldn't even bother trying to compete with that because they are way ahead of us. Let's turn the ship around and we'll just go back. And if this gets too annoying, we won't do it right now. We'll do it when there aren't 70 people swimming underwater looking for it. Yeah, it's not there. Well, that was an auto run, absolute effing failure. Just auto run was on. I thought I tapped the mouse. I didn't tap the mouse enough to tell it to stop running my character, so that was great. Do it again. Do it again. Okay, so auto run is not on. Alright, that gets the easy stuff out of the way. Let's go pick up everything else. We're gonna have a... Ooh, what is this guy doing here? That's a little bit weird. We're gonna have a fishing quest. We can do that by killing murlocs or by fishing stuff up.
Hello. See you later.
What do you have? You don't have any recipes or anything like that.
Have a good one.
Lieutenant Fangor, that is not an elite, but we don't need to track it right now.
Light be with you.
Dry times, I'm not going to put it in our log right now. We have a couple of things we can pick up. We have to pick up one in the southern part of Westfall by talking to a dwarf and turning in some hops, which I do have. I've been keeping a hold of them. What is this? This is... Oh yeah, that's downstairs. This is a quest to go talk to Gart Thomas.
Safe travels.
Do we want to set the Hearthstone here? I don't see why not.
Light bless you.
I don't see why not. We're not going to grab the Yowler quest. It's level 24.
Can I help
Red
you?
Ridge Goulash. Okay,
Safe travel.
this is what I was looking for. Gortus Snout, Great Gortus Snout, Tough Condor Meat, and Crisp Spider Meat. Okay. Solomon's Law, also a little bit too high of a level. The Stormwind quest we could probably grab for the next time we find ourselves back that way.
Well met. Be careful.
Basically, he wants us to go to Stormwind and ask for help. And they're going to tell him they can't help, and then he's going to ask for help from Westfall, and they're going to say they can't help, and then he's going to ask for help from Duskwood, and they're going to say they can't help. And then he's going to be like, well, damn, we are on our own. And that's the gist of that quest. Yeah, it's 3 different quests, I believe, that take us to different zones. All to seek help for Red Ridge, and nobody can help because everybody's beleaguered with their own issues. Alright, yeah, we're gonna head south here, and we're looking for any kind of creatures. We're looking for boars, spiders. We need to make our way out to guard Thomas. And maybe we go after some of the gnolls. We'll see. We'll see how things go and what level the enemies are at. Yeah, these guys are looking pretty heavily farmed out. We don't need the Whelplings yet. I forget which quest it is that chains into the Whelplings. It could be the price of shoes. I don't know why it would be, but I feel like that's a possibility that it's this quest that then chains into that quest.
What can I do for you?
It's Guard Parker, not Guard Thomas. Whatever, same thing. It's a guard. Got a free lunch. Before you go back to Darcy, can you bring her some flowers for me? You can get them in the herbalist shop back in Lakeshire at the west end of town. But when you get the flowers, don't tell the herbalist Marty whom they're from or whom they're for.
Go with honor, friend.
Some, you know, shady business going on there. It's usually better just to be upfront and open. I know better than that. Why did I do that? I should have just auto-attacked the damn thing. We'll leave him the whelp to deal with. I don't mind fighting the Thrasher, we don't need it, but it's possible that this one will spawn into one that we do need next time around, so it's worth it. We could probably buy some melon juice or whatever the level 15 water is. That would probably be super useful during the few times that we do have to drink to full mana. I feel like I don't need to be here yet because these guys are level 17. I really do feel like maybe spending some time in Darkshore could be a good idea at our level before we hit level 21 preferably. That way we don't have to lose out on any of the quest XP for those level 14 quests because, you know, these guys are all level 17, even some of the beasts are level 16. You know, if we went into Darkshore, we'd have level 14 stuff to do. We'd probably have to fight some guys for quests that were gray and not really giving us any kill XP. But I think that would end soon enough. I don't think that would probably be the exception, not the rule. If we went into Darkshore at this level. It's a little bit high for it, but I feel like it could really help us. You know, we don't need to be doing this stuff with level 17 enemies. Granted, it's not super dangerous, but it just kind of falls outside of the plan. We'll stay here today and we'll work on some stuff, but I hope those aren't like famous last words type of deal. But yeah, I think ultimately I'm gonna see about getting us over to Darkshore. Though maybe we want to time it right at level 20. If we time it at level 20, we can train before we go. And then we have 2 levels we can grind out over there before we have to worry about training again. So that could be good. Maybe we'll try to plan for that. Inscribed cloak is stamina. We have a stamina cloak already. We have the inscribed cloak. We have that same exact cloak. The kind of insane part about this quest is this is really the only place where you can farm it. There's a small pack over there to the north we could check out, but ultimately it feels like kind of a waste because there really aren't many that spawn over that way. Let's head over there. We do need wildlife and stuff. The thrashers we absolutely don't need. We'll investigate this other camp, but I'm not very hopeful about it. It never really yields much. How amazing is Purify for just instantly negating poison damage? It's very awesome. We're gonna go ahead and drag that out to our action bar for now. As I said, this camp hardly ever yields much. Right now everything is dead. It's probably about to respawn, to be fair. I don't see any bodies or anything around. There's some murlocs over here. We could get the spotted sunfish from them. We're gonna have another quest to take on murlocs, so I really don't want to deal with the murlocs at all right now. You know what? I don't know. I kind of want to peel out of here. If I'm being honest. I think we'll try to finish today. But I'd like to get some of this low-level stuff done, and then I think I do want to go to Darkshore. It would be hard to jump back and forth is the only real problem. Other than that, we're gonna have to find somewhere to grind a little bit. Because it does feel like, here we go, we're kind of approaching the end of having green stuff to do. And I don't really want that to be the case. And we're at that threshold where, like, in a couple more levels, I feel like things will not be as busy. But we just have to get to that point. I'm surprised that I got that with Judgment missing the first shot there. The big problem we're having is that, yeah, poachers are fine. We're going to be done with poachers. We don't have a single... We have one mongrel. Okay, we've killed one. We've seen one. We've killed one. We're not getting that one. You know, grouping. Grouping is important in the world. In an MMORPG... that was in its inception, it was a game where you could group, right? So that's how all the levels are designed. That's how, like, enemy spawns and stuff are designed, to think that, like, you're gonna group up in places where you just can't get enough enemies yourself. In hardcore, we can't do that, so it just takes extra time. The frustrating thing for me is when there's nothing to fight. I don't really want to fight these fireballers. All they do is hurl fireballs and they're level 18. I don't want to grind on them for XP. That's just not worth it. We don't have a quest for them yet. Eventually we will have a quest to fight them. For whatever reason, we just don't have it right now. Here's another poacher. Hooray. I need to start leaving the poachers, I guess, and just targeting mongrels. But if, you know, that would be easier if I had seen any mongrels besides the one that we killed. It really seems like they're getting taken out as soon as they pop into reality. And yeah, see, we're always fighting something else. If we want the mongrels, we're going to have to just stand still, not attack anything, and attack just the mongrels. And that's going to be really boring for me. So, we'll see how that goes. This probably isn't going to do it for me. Yeah, this is going to piss me off, I think. Running back and forth between enemies as they spawn, never quite getting in range to tag any of them. That's going to piss me off, I think, probably more than anything else would. Especially while there aren't any other enemies around to even fight. That's just going to be a situation where I get more and more aggravated. And I'd really rather not. I can probably do this quest sometime during the morning hours when not as many people are on. And it's going to be a lot better. It just becomes impossible, you know. They give you this small little area. There's like, this is it. This is it. There's 17 spawn points. There's 50 players farming the damn quest. It gets hard, right? You just have to know when you gotta move on and do something else. And I think that's what I have to do. It's gonna take a little bit of effort, but I just really don't know what else to do. I don't think we learn a lot of important stuff at level 20. So if we go to Darkshore, we ding level 20 there. We're not really done. We just keep going. I am gonna have to do this. I think this is the right move. A couple things we could do. We can come back over here and we could turn in the level 15 Herbalist quest. We're gonna take a flight point over to Stormwind. We're gonna get this one done. That's level 14. Just to clear those green quests out of our log. And then I think I'm going to attempt to get us over into Darkshore without getting us killed. Now, I don't think there's a chance that we die doing the Wetlands run. I think we're definitely at a level to do the Wetlands run and to have that be absolutely fine. It's just going to take a little bit of time.
Hello.
But I do feel like it's the right move. Especially for the way that we're doing the playthrough, where we're trying to take our time, and I'm out here beating my head against the wall against all these other players when I don't have to do that. Things are probably going to be more chill over in Darkshore just because I don't feel like as many people quest there. It's hard to level hop there, obviously, from a human or a dwarf at level. Like, you probably wouldn't want to try to do it at level 15.
Well met. Be careful. Hello. See you later. Hello. See you around.
So let's see how long this takes. So from Red Ridge to deciding we wanted to get into Darkshore, right now it's 5:13. Let's see exactly how long this takes. The plan is obviously we take the tram from Stormwind, and then we take the flight point to Thelsamar, and then we need to run to the north, and then we make the run through the wetlands, and we get on the boat, and we don't forget to grab the Menethil flight point so that we have it. And then we're on a boat, and then we're there. In theory, it should be pretty simple. The longest run is just going to be, we're going to run from Thelsamar all the way up through the wetlands to Menethil. Along the road, there could be like some level 22 Crocolisk that we can easily avoid or bubble or anything to get away from them. It shouldn't really be a big deal. I wish I could parachute down onto Goldshire and get this quest turned in. That'd be awesome. We're gonna have to make a separate run for that.
King's honor, friend.
King's honor, friend. Be careful.
I am gonna go throw some stuff in the bank that has been long overdue, including probably a bunch of our linen until we can just have the time to get that sorted out. It's just time to part with some stuff here.
Well met. Light bless you.
one.
How are you? Keep your feet.
I feel like this might be a breadcrumb to the north. Report to
What can I do
Mountaineer
for you?
Rockgar. Dunel Gaz. Into the wetlands. Okay, yeah. Let's grab that one just to have it. We'll grab the Elgaz Gauntlet quest, which is a kill quest for orcs. We probably won't work on it right now. That being said, we're grabbing all these quests, and when we get over to Darkshore, there's going to be at least 10 quests to pick up right away. Maybe 8 or 9 if we count out the orange and red ones. We just don't grab those right away. Thinking about stuff that we could drop. I mean, we could drop anything in Red Ridge if we need to, because we'll just pick it back up when we're ready to do it. So that's kind of the plan. We'll drop Red Ridge quest as we need to take quests that we're working on in Darkshore. And I'm gonna grab the Dun Elgaz Gauntlet because we might end up killing 1 or 2 of the orcs on the way through.
Hello! Safe travels!
Well, there we go. Welcome to the wetlands, everybody. We're at 16 minutes so far. We stopped to do a little bit of banking, so 16 minutes and probably 6 or 7 more minutes to make the run, a couple minutes for the boat. Yeah, I mean, overall, we're probably looking at like a 30-minute pivot, which isn't bad. It's a time sink that's gonna allow us to stay alive longer, I think. I didn't like the feeling of getting to the point where we've been pushed to do at-level stuff. And we don't really have an option for lower level questing. Yeah, we can go grind on lower level mobs in any zone that we've been in. But we had 0 options for really any green quests, so I feel like that's a good time to try to get into a lower level zone. Unfortunately, the only lower level zone is really, really far away. This will give us a small foothold into Kalimdor. It won't be a lot, that's true. And ultimately, it really won't be very useful to us. We'll have the option to do some Ashenvale questing in the mid to late level 20s. I mean, so therefore Darkshore will be a jumping off point, but going there now doesn't really help us in the future. It's only going to help us now, basically. Something we might want to consider doing before we head back to the Eastern Kingdoms from Kalimdor. Depending on what level we are, we really might want to make the run from Darkshore down to Ashenvale, grab the Ashenvale flight point. We might even want to run into the Barrens and grab the Ratchet flight point, so that we can connect from Ratchet to Ashenvale to Darkshore. That would be a good idea. Eventually, what are we going to need to do on the Alliance side in Kalimdor? We're probably going to want to do questing in Tanarus. I believe everybody does questing in Tanarus in the 40s. So, you know, but is it worth it to get those flight points? There's not a lot of risk. Ashenvale is like level 20s. If we're just running to get flight points, there's really not a lot of risk that we get killed in Barrens or Ashenvale, unless we like run through the crossroads and get killed by Horde guards. That could happen. It'd be hard to do that, but
Talk to me. Watch your back.
this is our little breadcrumb to Menethil. We'll grab that. Eventually we'll definitely do questing here, we're just not really in the range to think about doing it now. It's more like something that we'll pair up when we're doing Duskwood. We'll probably be jumping between the wetlands and Duskwood.
Light be with you.
For the Alliance.
We're not going to take any of the quest here right now. We are going to grab the flight point, which is way over here. And then we have to decide what boat we're getting on, because I don't actually have any idea. Do either of the boats look remotely elvish? No, they don't. Hard to say. I see a lot of night elves getting off of this boat. Are we going to catch the boat before it departs? I don't think so. And this could be the boat that takes us to... Yeah, this could be Theramore.
You need something?
Yeah, you can find passages to Theramore from this. So we missed our boat. Our boat was on the other dock. This is the wrong dock. The right dock is over there. I should know that, but I don't. It's one of those unfamiliarities that still linger, is some of the exact travel routes when it comes to the Alliance side. Where the boats go, where the boats dock, how to get on the boats, etc. See, we missed this one. It's going to be a long time before it comes back. We could do a little bit of fishing, perhaps. We can't do fishing, because in vanilla, your skill matters. So, there's that.
How are you? See you around.
We'll join the little campfire that's going on here. It seems cozy. That may be our boat coming in. I hope it is. Overall, this looks like it's going to take a solid 30 minutes. Probably from 13 after to 43 after. we will claim the captain's cabin. Nobody else seems to want it. The great thing is, from inside the boat, you can't tell if the boat is moving, I don't think, so... We'll see. We'll get a loading screen eventually. We're moving, we got the Great Sea prompt. And there we go, guys, we did it. We made the long journey over to Kalimdor. This is the first character on the Alliance side in hardcore that we've brought to Kalimdor. We had a Night Elf rogue that started in Kalimdor. This is the first character we brought from the Eastern Kingdoms. So that's pretty significant. I feel like this is going to be good for us. I don't really think there's any real way it could be bad. Does this guy not usually have a quest? Maybe it's a lower level thing?
Can I assist?
He does not.
Goddess, watch over.
He just tells us about the docks. I think I'm just going to go around and pick up every quest we can, and then we'll kind of assess. Doing things in level order, we're going to have to take care of the lowest level stuff first.
The moon be with you.
What brings you here? May the stars guide you.
What's on your mind? Off with you. How are ya? Watch your back.
Her quest here is low level. Washed ashore.
May the stars
Level
guide
13. We'll still do it because I feel like it chains into higher level quests to find more creatures that are washed ashore.
Greetings.
Ishnu Allah.
Peace be with you. Good luck, friend. Denadris.
Okay, so yeah, we have a few low-level stuff to do. It's probably worth it to do that stuff, because I think some of it chains into higher-level quest. And we'll kind of be around those areas anyway, I think.
No. See you soon.
What brings you here?
That is a group quest. That's the one to bring a plague bear back. I think I might skip that one. How big a threat?
Ishnoala. Go in.
Furball corruption.
What brings you here?
Alright, I think that's everything that we're going to do. The first stuff we're going to do is probably the level 12 stuff, get that out of the way. So we have level 12 here, and we have level 12 down here as well. I think we'll run up, we'll do this one, then we'll head down to the south and take care of some things. That will be next time though, guys. Obviously, I'm going to take a little break here. I'm going to park it at the inn, and we will kick things off in Darkshore next time. Thank you guys very much for being here, especially if you stuck around for the run and all of that. I really do appreciate you. And until we meet again, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we'll see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.